Hello and welcome to INC Radio Faith and Melody. This is where we converse about our faith, relatable topics, and your favorite INC original music. Our topic today is the love to serve. Before we continue our show, let's listen to the first song on our playlist. We Shall Never Tire.
Anything for God is fun to do. Anything for Jesus too. Anything for the church is fun to do. We shall never, never, never tire. Worship days will go early on time. Duty calls are ready anytime. What's our days? What's our nights? Life is to serve God and Jesus in the church and rise. Singing, praising God with all our hearts. Sing to Jesus with a love. Sing and worship in the church is our great part. We shall never, never, never tire. Worship days will go early on time. Duty calls are ready anytime. What's our days? What's our nights? Life is to serve God and Jesus in the church and rise. Pray to God in spirit with our minds. Pray to Jesus till we sky. Pray for the church of Christ to shine so bright. We shall never, never, never tire. Worship days will go early on time. Duty calls are ready anytime. What's our days? What's our nights? Life is to serve God and Jesus in the church and rise. Learning God's commands so happily. Learn how Jesus' ways we glean. Learning in the church the truth that sets us free. We shall never, never, never tire. Worship days will go early on time. Duty calls are ready anytime. What's our days? What's our nights? Life is to serve God and Jesus in the church and rise.
Don't be afraid to take the baby steps. It's another day. Don't forget God's just a prayer away. Don't give up now. Trust the process and keep learning. And if you need a friend, we're in this together, together, together. We're in this together, together, together. We're in this together, together, together. Together as a family in faith and melody.
Again, welcome to our show. And we just listened to We Shall Never Tire. I'm your host today, Flo Guillermo. And let's say hi to my co host this morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all those tuning in to INCRadio Faith and Melody. I am Pauline from here in Sacramento, California, and just wanted to say hi to everyone tuning in. It's always a good Thursday, Manong Flo, so I'm very excited today. How are you, Manong Flo?
I am too. And by the way, I am from the local congregation of Vancouver here in the District of Oregon. And I really enjoyed that song earlier. It kind of made me feel like I was a little child again or, going to children's worship service. How did that make
Exactly.
you feel, Ate Pauline,
No, I was
listening to
going to
that?
say their voices are so good. The
Yeah.
fact that they can reach all of those high notes and everything, it's a good start to today's broadcast. I'm so excited.
It is. It kind of put me in, the tone of the song, the just
Mhm.
the children singing. It's like, okay, let's get going with our day. And
Yes.
what's your weather like over there in Sacramento?
So here, I looked it up this time, Manong Flo. So today in Sacramento, we're still hitting like 90 degrees, 89 degrees Fahrenheit, but in Celsius, that's 31 degrees. Um, it's starting to get cooler here in Sacramento. So earlier this morning when I was going for my walk, it started getting cold. I actually have to wear a jacket now and put on sweatpants because it is getting cold. So for those here in this side of California, remember, bring a jacket now. Bring a jacket. You don't know how the weather's going to turn out. I think we're done for the warm weather now. Manong Flo, what about you there?
Are you sure? Because sometimes the hot weather is gonna come back, but that's what we thought.
That's
Um,
true.
yeah,
That's why just bring it just in case. Bring an
just bring your
extra.
jacket
Hmm.
always. Yeah, for us here right now, it's cloudy. It's 58 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think we're like slowly dipping into our fall weather. Although, our fall weather doesn't start till September 22nd. Uh, but they said that it's gonna rain this week. Uh,
Oh, wow.
so that's kind of like a change. We thought, summer is still gonna continue because we had a dry spell again last week with our hot weather hitting almost 100 degrees. So uh, I think we're not quite there yet for our fall weather, but it is getting cool. Our highs are in the high 60s or low 70s today.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
maybe it's starting to take its time to send us over to our fall weather or our autumn weather, which I'm kind of excited for. It's pretty cool and seeing the leaves change,
Mm-hmm.
you know, along our roadways and here along the highways, we see the different changes in our tree, the leaves of the trees. Yeah,
Yes.
so um, and so I'd like to just let everyone know that we hope that you will enjoy our show today. And so, just to give you an overview of what our show is all about today, so we're going to have our Wiki, our verse of the week, and our INC original music. So, just please note that if you have a song request, please let us know in the live chat so that way um, we can have that prepared. So tag to Pauline or myself, and we hope to play those song requests for you. If not, we'll take note of it and play it on our upcoming episodes. And so, may we remind you that the topic of our show today is the love to serve. And so before we get into our rest of the show, we'll just start off with our wiki. And let's play that bumper, Kuya Tex, for us.
Wiki, quick talk.
I like the
I love
beat of
that.
that.
Yes.
Right, Ate
Whenever that
Pauline?
starts playing, we start going beep, beep.
Yes. And and so our wiki, for those of you that's listening into our program or first time listening into our program, wiki is it's actually translated to quick talk, or wiki means fast or quick. That's in Hawaii's Hawaiian. We say that in Hawaii. And so our question will turn over our quick talk. We will ask all of you there in our live chat. And of course, we'll ask Ate Pauline, myself, um, how would you rate your confidence level as a leader from 1 to 10? 10 being the highest. Um, and so I believe Ate Pauline will be sharing that question over to our live chats. And so let's find out from each other what's our confidence level in being a leader. Um, what's your level, Ate Pauline?
Okay, I love how these wikis we have to rate ourselves, give ourselves a
Yeah.
number.
It's kind
So,
of, I don't know, for me, it's kind of hard for me to rate myself, but we'll try it.
okay, for me, how would I rate my confidence as a leader? I give myself a 7. Just because I've had like different leadership roles in the past, so it's not completely unknown to me. Like not completely unconfident, but at the same time, I know that I can do better as a leader in learning those skills. So that's why I will give myself a 7. I hope that's kind enough. Yes, a 7. What about you, Manong Flo? How would you rate yourself?
That's a good rate for yourself, Ate Pauline. 7. Okay.
7, right? Remember last time we told ourselves we need to rate ourselves, be kind to
Kinder.
ourselves. Don't give ourselves like an F. how
Okay.
how
Well,
about you?
um, my as being a leader, maybe let's go 6.5.
6.5.
Like my shoe size, 6.5. Um, Only because I, it's just been maybe several years now that I've been, you know, leading uh, in our satellite here in Oregon,
Mhm.
uh, and still learning the ropes as being a leader. And I think I'm getting there. I'm just I'm a work in progress. I always tell myself that there's always room for improvement when it comes to leading others. So I want to say 6.5. Um, just little like yeah, 6.5 is a good number, I guess.
6.5.
Um,
Okay.
let's find out from our live chat, our those who are viewing us this morning.
I'm so curious because Kuya J also said 6.5. So I'm wondering, is that a number that everyone wants to put? Why
Ah,
why 6.5, Kuya
Kuya
J?
Jay, we want to find out from you why 6.5. I
I
probably would rate him higher only because although we haven't met him, I think he's doing a great job leading in different ones. He's a CWS teacher as well, I believe.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's a very good leader, Kuya J. Oh, he said here because it sounds nice. Oh no,
It
but I
sounds
think I think Kuya J is just copying your answer
just
because
copy and
6.5
paste.
sounds
Yeah.
nice. He's saying,
Yes.
um,
Let's go out there. We have some others are rating themselves as well. So, but first of all, I just wanted to greet and say hello to Brother Paulo Acuesta. He's our multimedia advisor here in the District of Oregon. Good morning to you, Paul.
hello po.
He's really kind to me this morning. He said, "Sister Flo leads well." Um,
Yes, Manong po, I would give you also a higher number. I think you deserve
Thank
a
you,
higher number
Kapalo.
too.
I'm doing my best, and we have great leaders that we follow too. He is one of them as well. So um, I learn from those who leads us too. So what else we have? Who else is rating themselves?
We
Kuya
have
Kuya Rod, what is he rating himself? Kuya Rod Kahayag, all the way there from Livermore. What's he
he,
saying,
he's
Atipa?
saying here, Manong po, for me, I think my confidence as a leader overall is an 8.5, but it's ultimately a 10 because our Almighty God is there for us.
Oh, he is
Oh.
more than kind. Yes, I love that. So 8.5. We're going
Mhm.
with the point five, Nick. Since I've started something.
We like the
Uh,
point fives, the
mm,
not whole numbers.
yeah. Kuya Rad, wow, awesome. 8.5. Just wanted to say hello to Ate Tony Rose joining us here.
Mm.
Um, we want to know from you too, Ate Tony. What's your rate in terms of confidence level in leading? We wanna find
Yes.
that out. Okay, let's go out to our, who's joining us. We have, of course, Kuya Rod Kahayag, Atilani, all the way from Long Island, New York.
Yes.
Wow,
Good
sister.
afternoon there.
Yeah, oh yes, good afternoon. Actually, it's lunchtime there. Sister Sharina Castro, is she from your district, Ate?
We're actually childhood friends.
Ah,
back in San Francisco, but right now she's in the local of Hercules district of Bay Area. So hello,
Ah,
Cha Cha.
nice. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Kuya, Kuya Mario Oka there in Brixtonville, there in Kalaoka North. And hello to my cousin May. Hi, my cousin May Villanueva. She said hi, Manang Flo, and everyone. She's from the local congregation of Beaverton. Anyone else? Kuya Nathaniel, all the way in Texas.
Texas.
Kuya Nathaniel, we want to know from you as well. What's your confidence level? Rate yourself
Mhm.
in leading. We want to know.
I feel like you should also get a high number there
He
because I
should
see
give
him
him.
doing a lot for INC Radio.
Yes, he
Yay.
is. Let's also go to hello to Sister Morietta Miller, all the way down in Medford group worship service. It's the southern part of Oregon, Ate
Oh,
Pauline,
wow.
and there they are the GWS that is almost to the California border before
Oh,
we reach California. So it's
okay.
quite a drive out there.
Mhm.
And let's see who else is joining us. Um, Anyone else that you're seeing? Maybe they're giving us some ratings on their confidence level. Do you see
We
anything?
actually have here just tuning in is Danielle McKinlintao.
Yes, Sister
She's like,
Danielle.
"Hello, Sister Danielle," and Ate Tony. She actually just answered our wiki. She says, maybe a four, but it's more about preference than confidence for my number. I like supporting more than leading. Ate Tony, I would next time, Manoko, maybe we should say what do we rate others? Because everyone, I believe, Ate Tony should also get a high number.
Yes, she does. She's just being I think she needs to have a higher number. Let's give her what do you want to give her, Ate?
I want to
Ate,
give her a 10 also.
let's give her she does well in
10,
leading
yeah.
chat line. I just want to plug in
Mm-hmm.
chat line on Fridays. Just wanted to say hello to Sister Lexi Aquesta as well. She is from Eugene Group Worship Service. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to go back and say hello, say Sister Danielle McClintock is from our local congregation
Oh,
of
wow.
Vancouver. She
Hello
is
po.
the wife of Brother Albertson McClintock,
Hello po.
our assistant resident minister. Thank you po. Let's see who else. Hi, Ate Jonah. Good morning to you. I know she's like busy. I want to give her a good, nice number of 8 as far as leading
Mm-hmm.
as a leader as well.
That's
I
true.
wanna
That's
know
true,
how
Madam
you
Flo.
rate yourself, Ate Jonah, so we wanna find out. Hey, we have some viewers coming in from Finland. Sister Gian Oneza from Helsinki, Finland. Hello,
Wow.
good morning,
Hello
or
po.
I think it's good evening there. And I see also Sister Rachel Cruz, Sister Rachel Cruz from the local congregation of Beaverton, and uh, maybe I might as well, since I'm with greeting her, I might as well
Yes.
greet her a very happy birthday today.
Oh,
So happy
wow.
birthday to you, Sister Rachel. And
Happy
big
birthday.
hugs, sending you big hugs here. And I hope we get together for your birthday. Yay! There you go. Thank you, Kuya Tex. Okay, let's oh, Kuya Nathaniel, what's he saying?
He's saying here his confidence level is 10. I am confident God will take care of everything, whether things go my way or not. See, Kuya Nate.
Oh, I
Very
love that.
good.
Thank you. Yes, he is a 10. Yes. Alrighty. Oh, Sister Jan said it's 7:22 p.m. Yes, it's
Oh,
evening
wow.
there. Wow.
Yes.
So, yes, and oh, we got some we got some Sister Mary Jane Angeles from the local congregation of Hillsboro. Good morning to you, Pa. She is the wife of the resident minister of Hillsboro, Brother Danny J. Angeles.
Oh,
And
wow.
uh, yeah, so we got some Oregonians
Yeah,
in the
thank
house
you.
today. Woohoo! Thank
Thank
you
you
for
to those from the District of
supporting.
Oregon.
Thank you for supporting. Alrighty. Okay. So I guess maybe some of our viewers will come in and figure out what their confidence level is. But yeah, you know what? Our Kuya Rod, Kuya Nathaniel, they're right. We should rate ourselves 10 for
Hmm.
taking up and stepping up to being leaders. And so, and in there, we learn to be confident in what God can do for us as well. All right.
It's
There
very
you
true.
go. And let's close out our part of our show. So, Kuya Tex, let's do our Wiki closeout.
Wiki Wiki. Quick talk.
That's always so fun, that bumper.
It is. It is. All right. What's coming up next for us, Pauline?
Yes, so before we continue our topic, the love to serve, we will just take a quick musical break and we will listen to two songs entitled Make You Smile and Ilagak Natin. So please stay tuned.
Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Whenever I look up to the clear blue sky, I think of you and I can't help but smile. 'Cause just like the warm rays of the sun, you comfort my soul and cheer me up. So I thank you, Lord God, for all that you do, for keeping me safe in your mighty hands. And now I make this promise to you, I'll keep all of your commands. I believe and trust in you. As I grow up, I will follow you. I belong to you, Lord God. I'll be a good child and make you smile. You're like the sun that breaks through my cloudy skies, like the moon that cuts through the darkest nights. And I know if I follow your shining light, I'll be strong enough to win the toughest fights. So I thank you, Lord God, you're always there for me. My hope is in you, my confidence too. I want to make you proud of me. With you, the world won't frighten me. I believe and trust in you. As I grow up, I will follow you. I belong to you, Lord God. I'll be a good child and make you smile. I'll do anything and everything to make you happy. I will strive to always be obedient. I will live to honor and please you. I believe and trust in you. As I grow up, I will follow you. I belong to you, Lord God. I'll be a good child and make you smile. La 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 la. I hope I can make you smile.
Ilagak natin ang ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating. Lahat ay maganda na sa dakilang pamana na napakalapit ng tanggapin. Kunting panahon na lamang ang ating titiisin at hihintayin. Doon ang puso, ang isip at ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating. Totoong malapit nang tunghin ng kaligtasan. Kaya pagsanayan natin na mamuhay sa kabanalan. Layuan at iwasan natin ang lahat ng uri ng kasalanan. Dapat nating supilin ang ating mga isipan
upang di mahulog sa paggawa ng mali at sa harap ng Diyos ay maging karapat-dapat. Anong sitwasyon ang ating sapitin, huwag limutin na sa ating Diyos ay magpasalamat.
Huwag mawala ng pag-asa, manalig at tumingin sa langit. Kung magulo man ang mundo at kailangan natin ng saklolo, sa Ama tayo lumapit.
Ilagak natin ang ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating. Tayo ay maghanda na sa dakilang pamana na napakalapit ng tanggapin. Konting panahon na lamang ang ating titiisin at hihintayin. Ituon ang puso, ang isip at ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating.
Sa iba't ibang suliranin na nagsisilbing hadlang sa paglalakbay natin. Hindi maiiwasan na talagang haharapin ang buhay na mabigat at mahirap kayahin. Ang mga bagay na akala natin ay pinakamalubhana, nagdulot ng lungkot, pagluha, mga pangihina. Matinding kapighatian at pagkabalisa ay hindi kailanman siyang pinakamalubha. Yan ang sabi ng Ama, bakit tayo matatakot? Kayang-kaya nating lampasan anumang satay umabot. Magpakatatag palagi, tibayan ng loob sa pangako ng Ama. Ang paningin ay ituon, huminto at tumigil muna saglit, lumuhod. Ang mga mata ay ipikit sa Ama ay manalangin siya. Huwag nating tanungin, ilagat natin ang ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating.
Ilagak natin ang ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating. Tayo ay maghanda na sa dakilang pamana na napakalapit ng tanggapin. Konting panahon na lamang ang ating titiisin at hihintayin. Ituon ang puso, ang isip at ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating. Ilagak natin ang ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating. Tayo ay maghanda na sa dakilang pamana na napakalapit ng tanggapin. Kaunting panahon na lamang ang ating titiisin at hihintayin. Ituon ang puso, ang isip at ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating. Ilagak natin ang ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating. Tayo ay maghanda na sa dakilang pamana na napakalapit ng tanggapin. Kaunting panahon na lamang ang ating titiisin at hihintayin. Ituon ang puso, ang isip at ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating.
Sabi ng Ama, bakit tayo matatakot? Kaya-kaya natin ang pasalubong sa ating umabot. Ang pakatatag palagi, tibayan ng loob sa pangako ng Ama. Ang paningin ay ituon, huminto at tumigil mo sa saglit, lumuhod. Ang mga mata ay ipikit sa Ama ay manalangin siya. Huwag natin tanungin, ilagat natin ang ating pag-asa sa biyayang darating.
And welcome back to Faith and Melody. And we're just happy to be here. I mean, our thank you for the wonderful playlist so far, Ate Des. We're like in a happy bopper mode.
Mhm. All of the beats.
Right? We're going with the beat right here. All right. All right. So earlier we just played Make You Smile. And so
Mhm.
we hope that we make everyone smile this morning. And if you don't want to smile, just smile anyway. And I promise you, you'll get some great response with that. Just smile. It'll make your day brighter. Even if, like, over here, too, it's kind of like cloudy here, but that's okay. We'll bring the sunshine. We'll make our own kind of sunshine, right? Yeah. And then we had also Ilagak natin. Okay. I was hoping some more Tagalog titles for upcoming shows, Ate Des, so maybe hint, hint, right, Ate? Pauline?
I think she gave us a break
She she
after
did.
last week's episode.
All right. Well, we just enjoy all the INC original music. Like again, I'd like to just let you folks know that if you have any song requests, make sure to pay attention to our live chat and see that we have
Yes.
song requests. So Ati Pauline will help me as well. And also, while we are, discussing our topic today, uh, we'd like to ask you to engage with us in the discussion that we have, and we'd like to choose our top comment right before our show ends. So keep chatting with us, engaging with us, um, and of course, we'll make sure to post the questions there so that way you can see and give yourself some time to think about our questions and um, give us your best comment answers. Best comment answers. All right. And so we'd like to just start with, of course, our topic is the love to serve. So let's keep in mind what our topic is all about. So that way it'll tie in with what we are discussing this morning. And so, which would you prefer? Which would you prefer? Doing a lot of little things or little easy projects, I should say, or one major complicated work or assignments. So it really, really depends on what what we enjoy doing. Small
Mhm.
work, little tiny ones, or or easy kind of stuff. Like you know how we say in Hawaii, we say easy kind. So easy kind stuff. And so, or one big project where we, there's so much going on and it's a little bit complicated, more so. So, what do you prefer, Ate, Pauline, when it comes to, assignments or
Mhm.
projects?
Um, I was thinking about this Manong Fo after we had our talk about this topic for today, and thinking about it now, I actually think I do prefer the one major complicated work. Um, just because nothing beats the feeling of how accomplished you feel once a big project is done, right? Usually, when it comes to major or complicated top assignments, you do work on it for like months on end, weeks on end. There's a lot of people involved, a lot of planning to do, but the feeling that you get once it's done with a major project, it's just so, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so, it brings so much joy. So much joy.
It's fulfilling.
Yes, very, very fulfilling. So I feel like for this question, I'm on the side of I'd rather do a big, major, complicated project because you get so excited for it. And then when the day finally comes, like I'm thinking of big events that happen that
Yeah,
you're planning for. Once it's done, it's just the excitement. It just feels so good. And then you feel so much closer to the team that you're working with. So I think I'm on the side of a major complicated assignment for myself. At first, I was going towards the small ones. I do love small projects, but
yeah.
I think I'm on the side of a big, major, complicated. How about you, Manong Flo? How
I
do
think
you feel?
we're like on we're I think we're on like opposite spectrums here. But although sometimes I don't, you know, whatever task is given to me, I'll do my best and gladly take them. I know my maybe our CFO overseer is listening, and our multimedia advisor is listening as well. But there are times when I do prefer those little easy projects, only because I have that that satisfaction of accomplishing something like fast, easy, those kind. I welcome those. It's like they say, it's like icing on the cake, sort of. And
Mhm.
but of course, major complicated work assignments, I'll welcome those too because for me, it'll challenge me. It'll challenge me in my thinking skills, um, in my organization skills. It it actually sharpens whatever skills that a major project entails.
It's true.
So
It's sort of like if you want after those big projects, you want to just do little stuff.
Little stuff,
Yeah,
right?
just
Um,
to get things done.
yeah, so a good balance of both small ones and big ones because and you're right, when we're done with a big project, I said, okay, I can take on some small ones. And then you're ready for like
The
the
next
big
big
ones,
one.
the next big ones. And I know we have some next big ones coming up in our just district as well, right? I'm sure you
Yes.
do too, Ate Pauline.
Yes. So
Yeah.
excited.
it it does it is fulfilling. When I
Mhm.
think when it comes to any type of projects, more so like the big projects, only because it involves other people as well. You get to work with them, right? You
Mhm.
find people that you work well, and you find out, what is it that people love to do, and so
That's true.
yeah. What are we seeing in our live chats at the
Uh,
Pauline?
we have here on our live chat, Kaluz Alvaro, she's saying, give me one major project. Hello po, Kaluz. She's saying, give me one major project and I'll be good with the easy ones. Others I can deal with. Clear Rod Kahayag, he's saying here, I think with little projects, you get more feelings of accomplishments and feel good when you're done. But with a big, complicated project, you have a grand sense of accomplishment and feel good. And his emoji's like, right, like the thinking emoji. And then afterwards, he says, I think I'll take both.
Yeah, I
Very
think
true.
me too. Me too. I like when we're and you're right. I like doing big projects, at least a good part of the time. But small projects, I like doing them only because, like I said, it's like, oh, good, I finished something. Yay,
That's true.
next.
I was saying sometimes I have that feeling where I can't sit still on one
Mhm.
project for too long. So if you do have those smaller ones, like you said, Manong Flo and even Clear Rod, that feeling of accomplishment, like checking, I did this, I'm done,
Highlights.
I'm
I
done with
love my
this.
highlights.
Like I was so productive today.
Yeah.
Very
Um,
true.
Also, of course, saying hi to Atiluz. Good seeing you here this morning. And of course, our mommy Mylene from the Next
Oh,
Level U program. She said she's checking in. Love the topic. Ati Flo and Ati Paul. As usual, she's driving, so be safe. She is listening into our conversation, and she's sending her love to all the Ohana. For her, what is she saying? Love to do a little but valuable. Ooh, ooh,
that's
yeah, I
that's a
love
good
that.
point. Very
But
good
I
point.
will always end up doing mini tasks on the side on top of major tasks of the day. Mm,
That's
yeah,
very good. Very good
I like
point.
that. Little tasks but valuable.
Yes, because you could be productive checking off things, but
Yeah, yeah,
also make sure it's a valuable task.
valuable tasks. That is.
Hmm.
Anyone else that's chiming in on our question this morning? So let's see. Did we read what Kuya Rod said?
Ah,
Uh,
yes.
yes.
He's saying I think I'll take both.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
a good choice. Good choice.
Okay. Anyone else would like to just chime into our question? Please feel free to do so. Like I said, we'll be looking for top comment answers before the end of the show. So go ahead and share with us your thoughts, your insights. And I see Sister Vicky Tumopoy there coming in from London.
Hello, po.
Wow, District of Britain South. Happy and enjoy watching to all our brethren around the world. And she's saying hello to Ate Flo or myself, Ate Pauline, Mommy Mai, Ate Luz, Kuya Rod, and Kuya Mario. All right. Good morning to you, or actually evening there. And so, with that said, we've done little tasks, big assignments, right?
Hmm.
So, do you agree that anyone could be a leader? And what was your first leadership experience, and what did you learn from it? And so that's kind of like a nice deep dive question there. Can Do you agree that anyone can be a leader? Okay. And what was your first experience and what your first leadership experience and what did you learn from it? Okay. And so, do you agree that anyone can be a leader at all?
For me, yes. You know, there's some people who might think like, which is true. There are some born leaders, right? They just for some reason they have the qualities already at such a young age, and you can tell. But I do believe that people can learn to be good leaders, right? None of us really start off being the best leader. We've always had to go into a position where like it's like I feel like our first experience as a leader is not always the greatest. Like for me, Manong Flo, for this question about what my first leadership experience was, I was actually in high school. My first leadership experience ever was being a commander for a drill platoon. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So in high school, we have this program called JROTC. It's like a after school program that you can join. And as you go up in high school, like freshman, sophomore year, like junior year, you grow up in the ranks, right? So at first, as a freshman, I was just like a platoon member. And then my senior year of high school, they actually asked me, can you be the commander, right? Like a platoon leader for the team this year. And imagine, you know, when you're in high school, you think like, oh, okay, I know this. Like, I think I was only 17 years old. But when I was told to lead, honestly, Manong Po, that was like, I would always shake every time. Like, I was so
Right.
surprised. Yeah. I was really surprised that they wanted me to be the leader, like the commander. And imagine you're leading like a group of 16 high schoolers for a competition.
Mm,
Like, we have a competition at the end of the school year. But I remember looking back at it now, Manangflo, I don't think I was a great leader then. I am very thankful for the experience, but
yeah.
when I was going through that in the beginning, like I didn't think about asking other people for help. I thought, okay, as the leader, I have to know everything.
Mhm.
So I would try to come up and show, like, yeah, I know what I'm doing, but I didn't ask for help. I wasn't as confident. Like I didn't plan well, like what we should do. So even though with God's help, it did go well, but still, I knew that like looking back at it, it was not good. My first leadership experience was not good.
There's
But
always the first time, right?
mm-hmm,
And
exactly.
usually that is like your jumping board to the next level if whatever that next leadership role that you'll be taking on. So,
Yeah. I,
yeah.
like that's why because everyone's first experience, it's always a learning, like a work in
Mhm.
progress. So even though yeah, like it might be your first time, like I definitely believe leaders can be anyone can be a good leader. It just takes time and learning experience.
Yes. I agree because honestly, I didn't think of myself as any kind of or taking on any kind of leadership capacity. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you mentioned high school, and it's one of those that in when we're in school, we try to be active as well, not only with church activities, but in school activities as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've taken on 2 years in a row of a major event in my junior and my senior year,
Oh wow.
and I felt great taking it on, but I've learned a lot as well. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't sure how to lead groups, but the good part of it was those who were in my group were all my friends. And so and they were really like really happy and wanted to take part in those kind of activities. So that pretty much helped helped me, move along the project that I took on at the time. And you're right, being a first time leader, it's kind of
It's so
scary.
scary. I didn't think of it as so scary before, but
Yeah,
now looking back at it, I was like, no, that was
yeah,
not how I should have been leading those things.
yeah. But like
It's
I said, it's your jump board for the next thing, that you possibly going to take on. And
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot by I had to learn to ask for help because there were so many uh, aspects of these projects. Um, However, I've learned people skills.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mind you, I was only 16 and 17 years old that time. And so I've learned people skills and organizational skills. And I'm grateful for that experience, having it 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like in retrospect and taking on activities inside the church, actually I get to bounce off of those moments and say, okay, I know I could do this and help, organize activities. And I have to say, maybe I'm gonna be kind to myself. I know a thing or two about organizing activities. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm humbled by it because we can help the church and do activities.
It's true.
So that was my first one, and I learned a lot. I just was grateful to have good friends to be with me.
I was gonna say, Manongko, I guess, because we're talking about like, what was the question? Do you agree that anyone can be a leader? So, like, for anyone here who might be
Mhm.
tuning in, who does want to become a leader, go ahead and take that first step of just taking on something. Because, yeah, your first experience is always gonna be a weird. It's like you're just coming into your shoes. Like, this kind of, what is this role? But it feels good after a while.
Yeah.
After a while, you'll learn. You'll definitely learn.
And you're right, anyone could be a leader as long as they put their minds, their mindset into it, and
Mm-hmm.
they want to do it. It's a
Yes.
want to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and if they're willing to learn how to be a good leader and learn what goes on in leading, but first of all, they gotta know what they gotta be doing first in order to know all what gotta be done, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
good to have good supporters around you.
I
It helps a
agree.
lot. And so, yeah, let's find out from our viewers. What's their insights like? What are they saying? So,
Yes.
uh, what is Ate Lu saying? Ate Pauline.
She's saying, kind of to our question, do you agree that anyone can be a leader? Kalu said, definitely agree if they're wanting to and interested in doing so. So just like we said, Manungko, like, you can be a good leader if you have that want and will to learn.
Yes.
She also said, for her experience, Carlos Alvaro, my leadership experiences were always work related. That's true, not just high school, because I think
Yeah.
for us
Work
too,
related
Manapa, we're
too.
talking about high school, but work related, loving my work so much, as well as the people. She ended up leading them, and they were very cooperative. They're good followers, which made leading and directing them easier.
Mm-hmm.
And she also said, I always believe that it takes good followers to be a great leader. That's a good
It
point.
does.
That's a good
It
point.
does. You have
Um,
to follow, know how to follow and lead,
yes.
right? But as Kuya Rod says that he thinks anyone can lead.
Hmm.
I agree. As long as your heart and your heart is in it and you're gonna love what you're doing, I think anyone can. And it's a teachable um it's as long as you're teachable, it's an also a teachable role.
Hmm.
So you just gotta go and ask those who have been leaders before. So anyone can be a leader, right? Yeah. Yeah. You want to be a leader. The word is want to. Okay. All right. I think that should wrap up that part of our discussion. And what's coming up next for us on our program today, Ate Pauline?
Yes. So next coming up, we have our verse of the week entitled "Choosing to Love God" by the minister of the gospel Zain Alistair Dizon. So here's our verse of the week.
Okay, while we wait for our quiz to prepare our verse of the week, let's um okay. Okay, but all right. Maybe we'll get back to our verse of the week. And how about if we go ahead and what's our new next two songs, Kuya? Or Ate Pauline, and let's have our Kuya. And by the way, Kuya Pong and Kuya Irene, they're in our technical booth. They're helping us this morning. So thank you.
Thank you,
And
Koreans.
let's uh
You
let's
do
go
a
ahead
lot.
and play our next two songs. What are the
Yes.
titles, Ate Pong?
Okay, so for our musical break next, you'll be listening to two songs. First is May You Always Brightly Shine, and the second song is called What If.
You are different, you are special, you are wonderful, you are made worthy of God's love. You are faithful, you are fearless, you are tested, you are racing for the prize of eternal life. You are steadfast and enduring, so stay pure as an instrument of righteousness. You are the chosen and the blessed. For you are beloved by God, and you bear the name of Christ. There's a light inside of you. May you always brightly shine. For you are a child of God, and you bear the name of Christ. There is a light inside of you. May you always brightly shine. Brightly shine. So stay loving and obedient, and stay selfless and courageous, and stay strong. You are cared for, you are guided, you are enlightened, uplifted, stay inspired. You are the chosen and the
Maybe next time I would always say I stood you up, I turned you down. You could have stopped inviting me. I always think what could have been if you gave up so easily. Would have never found the true church of Christ. What if you quit on me when I said no the first time? What if you moved on and never asked me again? Thank God for you, my friend, for not giving up on me because of your unselfish ways. I'm reconnected now with God. He showed mercy on my soul. The sure hope of salvation I found in the church of Christ. Faith alone thought it was all I needed. I've been serving God the way I wanted. Didn't want to hear that I had to change. Many practices I used to do, refused to live my life anew till I heard the truth. It opened my eyes. What if you quit on me when I said no the first time? What if you moved on and never asked me again? Thank God for you, my friend, for not giving up on me because of your unselfish ways. I'm reconnected now with God. He showed mercy on my soul. The sure hope of salvation I found in the church of Christ.
Okay, and we're back on Faith and Melody. But before we continue on in our discussion, we'll go ahead and play our verse of the week, which is entitled "Choosing to Love God More Than the World" by the minister of the gospel, Brother Zane Alistar Dizon.
The times we live in indeed present challenges for us as true Christians, especially in this age of moral decline, like many who focus only on what pleases themselves. How can we overcome immorality when society and many around us may be saying, just do you, meaning do whatever you want? How can we not fall into this way of thinking? I'm Brother Zain Alistair Dizon, and in today's verse of the week, we'll hear what the Bible has to say here in 1 John chapter 2, verses 15 to 17. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world is passing away, and the lust of it. But he who does the will of God abides forever. In these verses, the Bible tells us that we are basically given two choices: to love the world or to love God. And while the actual choices that we are presented with in life may not be as black and white, the decision that we need to make should be obvious. We should choose to love God. Dear brethren, may not always be easy to do the right thing while living in a world that condones and even promotes wrong behavior, especially on the part of the youth who have a longing to try to fit in and to be accepted by their peers. But may we never feel discouraged. Because if we choose to love God and to remain faithful members of the Church of Christ, God has a promise to bless us in this life and most especially reward us with eternal life, joy, and happiness in the holy city. To our dear friends who are also watching this, if you would like to know more about how to become closer to God, even as this world is trying to push Him away, we invite you to join us for Bible studies and attend worship services inside the true Church of Christ. It won't be easy being a true Christian, but although the worst of times may be now, the best of times for the true Christians is yet to come. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay faithful. God bless.
All right. And thank you for that verse of the week, Brother Zane, our minister of the gospel. And so we choose to love God more than the world. And, you can check out these verse of the week also on our YouTube channel. Just it's under incmedia.org as well. So, and these are great reminders for us. Sometimes when we find the verse of the week, it's almost like it's timely,
Very timely.
right? To Paul, like I would just choose one. I was like, just that's exactly what I actually needed to hear. And so go and check those verse of the week. It's good ones to listen to and hopefully it'll help us, through the week. That's why it's
Mhm.
verse of the week. It's also on our Facebook. If you can go there as well as on our Instagram. Our verse of the week is played under the INC Media page. All right. And
Yes.
let's continue on with our conversation. And before we get on to that one, I saw Sister Rachel's um,
Oh,
Sister
yes.
Rachel's answer to our previous question or discussion. She says, Sister Rachel Cruz, she says, I am a servant leader for work and I lead by examples and has lots of prayers since she has um she has a huge responsibility and she does. She leads a department and her
Wow.
task more so in the computer world, um, the programs and it is a big task. I've seen
Mhm.
her. She's always working, but she's always doing her duties, and so she has a great balance of that. So, thanks for that, Sister Rachel. Um, let's see. I see someone that's greeting you there.
Yes, this is my brother, Justin Paul Aguinaldo. He's saying greetings from Madagascar, southeastern Africa. He's saying happy viewing to all. So that's my brother there. Good evening, I believe, over there in Africa. So
Yeah.
hello.
Um, good to have him come join us on our Faith and Melody, and we hope that you will also share our program to those in your district as well. All right. And also, I was reminded that the local congregation of Beaverton is also on their 16th anniversary.
Oh wow!
So
Happy
16th anniversary.
anniversary.
So yeah, it falls on Sister Rachel's birthday too. So it's really, really nice. All right. Okay. So we've talked about what kind of tasks we wanted to do,
Mhm.
small or big. If we we are born leaders or anybody can be a leader and what we've learned being in a being in the as a leadership, right? So being in leadership roles can be exhausting and nerve wracking. We are
Mm-hmm.
more motivated when we love what we do. How can we develop the love to lead? So, question for all of us is how can we develop the love to lead? Okay. And earlier we mentioned the to want to lead. So
Mm-hmm.
the key word is want to lead, lead, and and then the next layer is to have love, the love to lead, or the love to serve, right? And so, yeah, in leadership, as a leadership in any department or role that you have, whether in church, whether in work, it can be exhausting, right? It could be nerve-wracking because you're dealing with a lot of going on. There's different parts to this whole big task or this whole big department, and so we need to bring our minds, ourselves to think about how do we stay motivated and how do we develop that love to lead wherever we may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could be children. You as well, Sister Ate Pauline, you are in the children's worship service, right? We
Yes.
have different INC radio satellites that we lead. Also at work, sometimes we are tasked to do a small part or a big part in the department, and we have leads there. Technical leads is what we call in my department, and I
Mm-hmm.
know they do a lot of work. They do a lot of different tasks so that the main goal of it is that it's done, it's successful. And so how do we develop the love to lead, Ate Pauline? But before we
Um,
go on to say that,
mhm.
we have Ate Tony Rose joining us. Hi, Ate Tony. Um, She already answered our question. She's saying it's a variation of love to seek the best out of the ones you are leading.
Mhm.
You're looking out for them and not just in a protective way, but a nurturing way. And then she says, she gone to say, you genuinely grow to love them through the process. And that's true
Mhm.
because you learn something a little more every time when you're leading those who are with you. What's your take on that, Atu Pauline?
For this, because I guess, for this topic, we're learning, right? We said already that anyone can learn how to be a good leader. And one of them is you have to learn how to love to lead. Um, my take on this is as a leader, you have to sort of stop putting so much emphasis on your own shoulders, like as if everything is just riding on you. Because sometimes, as a new leader, you might think you're just focused on your own tasks, like you're just focused on yourself, what you're doing. But then if you remember that you're in charge of a team, right? Like Atitoni said, like you have to remember about the ones that you're leading. You'll see that it's not just about you yourself, but those who you're leading to aim towards whatever goal, whatever project that you're doing. And because you see that, okay, I'm like with for example, like just here, right, with Manang Flow. I don't need Manang Flow though, just as an example. But because of my love for Manang Flow, then it'll help me to love being in that position more.
Mhm.
um and I think as leaders sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves. So that will just bog you down, that will just make you more so like in your head too much, and it'll just make it tiring when you have to lead. But if you remember that there's others that you're leading, if like Atatoni said, if you love the ones that you're leading, then your task will become more enjoyable. I feel like that's one aspect, like in learning how to love to lead. Just remember that it's not completely all about you. There's others that you're leading. Remember your purpose, your why, and it'll help it become more enjoyable. Because leading is it's a lot.
It's a tough job.
It's a lot. But if you remember there's others that are there with you in this team, it's not just you as a leader.
Hmm.
It'll make it even more like enjoyable, a better enjoyable task to lead.
Yeah.
This
I
is
think
a tough question, Manong Flo.
yeah, no, no, that is, you know, you have to lead, you have to love to lead, and also you're I want to rephrase that. You get to
Mhm,
love those that you work with. You get to serve those that you are serving. And so with that said, you always come from a place of love. Just remember, for the most part, um, especially when we take on uh, leadership roles in the church, in the church activities, remember that we are doing it for love, and that it's all on volunteer. We're volunteering our time and ourselves to help with these activities. And why we volunteer our time, why do we serve, is because we love the goal that it is set before us, and it is to help the brethren we are leading, the brethren that we are serving. And so it's uh it's really in the mindset that we need to have when we want to love to lead, only because like we said, leadership roles can be as exhausting. And you're right, to Pauline, sometimes we take on more than we should. And so that is like, there is the art of delegation.
mhm. Very
The
true.
art of delegation is something that I am learning, which you're right. I thought I had to do everything myself, but I've learned slowly to delegate appropriately to those that can do that particular task, right? And so
Yes.
I'm really enjoying what's going on in our chat.
No,
Auntie Pauline, what are we seeing here?
no, Ate Tony just actually made another comment, a very good
Yeah,
comment. She's saying, loving also doesn't mean that it's easy. There are tough conversations and challenges, but you figure it out because the bigger picture is your love for them. It grows after every battle you beat as a team. Um, That's very true because in the beginning as a leader, right? Like that's why we're talking about how do you learn to love to lead? Because in the beginning you might not be there completely,
yeah,
right? Because it's such a new experience. You're working with new people, but with like Ate Tony said, especially as time develops,
hmm,
and I like how she worded it after every battle that you beat as a team,
yeah,
you just grow closer with whoever you're with in like whoever you're leading, right? And it makes it even more exciting for when new challenges come your way. It's like, okay, let's go, let's take on this new activity or whatever else needs to be done. I just want to say hello to Kuya Alfie.
Hi, Kuya
he,
Elfie. Good to see
he,
you here.
Hello, Kuya Alfie. He's saying hello, hello, happy watching from the local of Highway Hills district of Metro Manila East.
Yeah. And let's also
Um,
say hi to Sister Atizanaida
yes.
Navesteres. She is from Midtown Toronto, Greater Toronto, there in Canada. Good to see her here also. Hello. And that's true. I love what Ate Tony said, that
Mm-hmm.
when you're able to overcome the hurdles, um, and successfully come to solutions or whatnot, and say, hey, oh, we know how to do this now. And and you your love for each other, grows. And when you've done it, is it, yeah, we can do this. And so you're ready for that next one. Um, and I mentioned delegation, the art of delegation. Delegation is important, Ate Tony says, but leaders are prepared to do what's needed,
Mm-hmm.
especially in times of crisis, to allow or to solo the team. I'm not sure what she said there, but she said in times of any kind of crisis, you just got to know how to grab it and just and do what needs to be done because
Mm-hmm.
the leader will be um, accountable to what's going on. And so
Yes.
um, for me, I think sometimes when when a leader or in leadership roles, when it gets a little too much, you need to step back a little bit and practice some self-care because to me self-care kind of it does help you to rejuvenate what's going on and maybe
Yes.
rethink what's going on, and then for those who are around you and say, hey, you know what, let's do some self-care. Maybe let's go out for some
Mm-hmm.
ice cream.
It's true.
That's a self-care. That's for the self-care for the team. And let's go out for ice cream, my treat, you know um only because sometimes when you just do something different, other than what you're doing, it it helps you give you a different type of mindset and say, okay, we got a chance to breathe, we got a chance to have fun, and then okay, now let's go back to what we were tasked to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's true,
that's important.
Manong. Like, sometimes, especially when you're working on a task as the
Mhm.
leader, you might get burnt out, right? It
Yeah,
happens. So it's okay to take a step back and just do some self care and also make sure that your teammates are doing the same, right? You want to make sure that those in your team are also cared for, that they're also not getting burnt out, right?
yeah,
Um, Also wanted to bring up Manang Fo, since it is like a team, right? As a
yeah,
leader, we always want to better ourselves, so it's also okay to ask for, like, like, how am I doing, right? Some self-assessment,
yeah,
because you don't want to feel like, okay, I'm stuck as a leader, like I don't know if I'm doing well or not. But it's okay to also ask, like, those around you, how can I be a better leader? What do you need to see in me as a leader? And if you know that others are benefiting, and they're also telling you how to be better,
yeah,
it'll also help you to love it too. Like, you'll become like, okay, I know now what I need to change as a leader. I know that this will be helpful for the team. And if you ask for that self-assessment, the feedback, like Tony just
yeah.
came in,
Feedback.
it helps you to enjoy your role more also as a leader.
You're absolutely correct. Feedback and assessment, and because maybe you're not seeing maybe results
Mm-hmm.
or the results that you'd like to see, right? And so sometimes you ask yourself, am I doing this right? Am I, and the only way is to ask those around you or those
Mm-hmm.
who are leading you too.
Yes.
So I've done that recently. Um, every so often, I ask them, "What am I doing wrong? If anything, I'm doing wrong. Is there something?" Or the question should be, "Is there something I can improve on?"
Mm-hmm.
Because when you ask for that feedback, of course, they're gonna give you pointers, and the important part of it is when they give you pointers. And this is something I'm gonna be really transparent. When they give you pointers and take it and look at it as something for you to improve and not to take it personally.
Yes.
Uh,
Very
sometimes
true.
we do. We take it personally, and it's just human reaction. Um, but if you take time to absorb that and say, hey, you know what, you did ask for us an assessment and a feedback. And I go back and read it again, and I go back
Mm-hmm.
and really see what they're saying. Um, I know sometimes it's hard to take, uh, you know, criticism, or constructive criticism, but it's a way of you for better improvement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I that's
we
like a
have a
very
new,
important.
yes,
I
very
think
important.
sometimes we don't want to, but
Hmm.
I do believe like a sign of a good leader is asking for feedback,
Yeah,
assessment, and you'll feel better if you know that you're being more effective as a leader.
it is. Also, for when you're giving feedback, um, I think it's important. I've read this before,
Hmm.
where point out the good parts they're doing first,
Yes,
right?
very true,
It's a
very
good
true.
cushion, right?
Very
Point
true.
out the great parts, the good parts they're doing, because there's gotta be something they're doing right.
Hmm.
So, and then at the same token, you can say, okay, so this is what needs to you help you improve, because when you get that, it really helps. And when you can feel the person telling you that it's coming from a place of love, right? The even more so, Ate Pauline, wouldn't you be more motivated and say, "Wow, I love that feedback. I am gonna be more in tune with what I'm doing, and maybe research on how to do something better."
Hmm.
So
That's true. That's
that's
very true.
that's great.
Wonderful.
All right, we're getting
Um,
some great
yes.
feedback there. We have someone listening in. I haven't seen this brother
Yes.
before.
This is actually my cousin who's a worker assigned in
Ah,
Lathrop, the District of Northeast California here. Thank you, Ka EJ, for tuning in.
oh, hi,
Um,
brother.
he
Hi,
actually,
brother Eddie.
yeah, Ka Eddie Nabong Jr. He actually also shared a comment. He said here, letting them know that they can always have the confidence to express concerns and give constructive criticism, and that their ideas and suggestions are appreciated. That's also true. As
Ooh,
a
that is
leader,
a good one.
you do need to show that for those that you're caring for, that you're open to that, and those members or whoever you're leading, they'll feel more comfortable with you as a leader if they know that you're willing to get that feedback and be able to express concerns to them. So thank you po Ka Eddie Nabong
I I
Jr.
I love that, because when you show them appreciation too, the more
Hmm.
so they would wanna work and help.
It's true,
Um,
very true.
um, when you show that, and give them that, um, feedback, or just approaching them to tell them, "Hey, I love what you're doing here. However, I need this part done. Could we work on this?"
Hmm.
Or anything that a leader might want to tell those who are working with them under their team. I also see Atisanaida saying, leading with love means not letting fear get in the way of communicating with sincerity.
Sincerity, very true.
Oh,
That's so good.
yeah. Um, I think it's important to be approachable, right?
Yes.
And when you're being approached, uh, you know, the person may be coming to you, and they might be scared of something, or they might not be readily able to tell you what's wrong, or
Hmm.
tell you what they're feeling. So, be understanding, be loving, have sincerity, and say
Yes.
maybe they just need a timeout for a little bit, and say, okay, let's sit down and talk,
Yes. That's
right?
that's
Let's
very
sit down and
important.
talk.
Yeah.
You need to talk? Yeah, let's talk. And so
You
when you can open that door, right, Ate?
Yeah, exactly, Manangfo. Because if you have that barrier where they don't feel comfortable communicating with you, like what Cousin Ida said, it's going to be hard. But if you do have that open communication with those you're leading, it'll make that that relationship, that teamwork so much better. Like so much, because it is really rewarding to be a leader. But of
Mhm.
course, it takes time to develop, and
Mhm.
that's why I'm really happy for this topic, Manangfo.
I do
It's
too.
very, very good. Very helpful.
I love what
Um,
Ate Tony is saying. Some people aren't comfortable giving feedback. So
it's
real
true.
talk with yourself too helps. It's hard, but trying to look at yourself objectively, weighing the strengths and the weak points.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good one too. Thanks for that, Ate Tony. Um, I know there are times when not everybody are welcome to feedbacks, but the person who's asking for the feedback, I'm sure they'll be more than willing to listen to what they want to hear. I think the goal is um, they want to be able to do better, and
Yes.
there's always room for improvement is what I wanna always put out there. There's always room for improvement. It does not stop at a certain ceiling or whatnot.
Mm-mm.
There's always chance to learn. Sister
Yes.
Rachel, she says, to be an effective leader, you have to love what you do and know your why.
Yes. Ooh, that's such a
Oh,
good point. Know
that's
your why,
great.
your purpose.
Know your
Yes.
why.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we here? Why are we doing this? Why was I put here? And when you can answer those, then it becomes just a bit more easier to lead. She says, "Why do you do this? What's the purpose exactly? What you or others get from doing these things? So, what is it to gain, right? Either side, being a leader, being a team player.
It's
Um,
true. Very
any
true.
more else that we're seeing? I'm just loving
I
this.
love it. I really like her comment, Carito's comment afterwards. She said, as a church officer and helper of our leaders in church, my why to lead, serve is to help edify the brethren, love of the brethren, and be a faithful child of our Almighty God. Carachel, it's her birthday right today.
It's her
Happy
birthday
birthday.
today.
So Carachel, thank you so much
She,
for
you know,
spending your birthday with us and all of your comments. It's so
yeah,
heartwarming
she's
for us.
Ate Pauline. I worked with her in the local congregation of Beaverton while I was there. Uh,
Mhm.
she she is a great helper to the church administration, especially in the local. I know she loves her duties. I've seen her do what she does, and yeah, and what a great time to be
Yeah.
celebrating your birthday, Sister Rachel, and giving
Thank
us your
you.
feedback. So thank you so
Yes.
much. And yes, by being a leader too, you also help edify them,
Hmm.
right? Through
The
your
why.
actions,
The why.
through your words. So yeah. And one more that we have from Brother Eddie or
Yes.
EJ, you call him.
Yes, Ka EJ. He's
You want to
saying
read
here,
that?
I think it's also nice to consider those who are new leaders, and those who are following should also be patient since they're also still trying to figure out how to be effective. That's very true. If you do have a new leader there, be patient because like we're talking about today. If you are a new leader, it's such a big training ground. You might not feel comfortable yet. So if especially if you do have someone new who's leading, be patient with them, right?
Yeah.
And let them grow to become effective in the leader. Help them also. And also hello to Maka Newcomb. Hello, Kamaka. She's saying hello, Sister Flo and Sister Pauline from Orlando, Florida. Hello po,
Yes, she's in
Kamaka.
Orlando, Florida now.
Hello, Kamaka. Good
You're on the
afternoon
other side
there.
of the country.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us and letting us know where you're at, Ate Melka. Hope all is well there, and um, we still hope to see some Floridians to join us also here in our live chat or Faith and Melody on through the week. Thank you for that, and also we have someone here joining us.
Yes. This is also another one of my cousins who's a ministerial worker as well, Kasami
Wow,
Patricio. He's saying hello po, love the topic. He's there assigned in the Midwest. Um,
Midwest.
yeah, somewhere in the Midwest.
Got
But
everyone all over
Kasami,
the place.
I actually just want to give a shout out to him because it was his birthday recently. So happy birthday po, Kasami.
Oh, happy birthday po. Wow, you got your so we got the Oregonians joining us, and you have
The
your family
family.
as well as everybody else joining us on Faith and Melody, and we love that we have our Ohana joining us. Ohana is family, and so um, and you're right. Ate Pauline, when we have a new leader, uh, leading us, whether it's in the local, whether it's in your workplace, be kind to them because
Mhm.
they were put there for a reason. They lead us. And yes, it is exhausting and nerve wracking. Yes, it is. We're just gonna be really, 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 really transparent about that. But with a lot of a lot of teamwork, a lot of integration with one another, and just putting out there and having love to lead us because that's when we love to lead and we love to
Yes.
serve.
Yes. Very true.
Yeah, we love to serve. And wow, we got someone, Ate Jazel De La
Oh,
Rosa, coming in from, I believe, the district of Mediterranean, I believe.
Mediterranean. Yes.
Uh, Hello to you. Hello to you. And yeah, we have a nice array of brethren joining us. And thank you for joining us as well. She's also leading her INC Radio satellite studio there
Yes.
in the district of Mediterranean.
She
She's done
definitely
such
should
a
get
great
a 10 for
yeah.
our ratings. Yes.
Yeah, one of these days. Um, okay, so that should wrap up your our that part of our discussion, the love to lead.
Mhm.
Okay. And so what's coming up next? Let's kind of take a break here from all our discussion here and
Yes.
on our next musical break, what do we have gonna play for us?
Yes. So before we continue on our discussion, we will have a quick musical break and you'll be listening to two INC original music. The first one is entitled Shine Your Light, and the second one is entitled Everything is Possible. So stay tuned.
All right, enjoy this.
Shine your light. Don't let the darkness take you over. Let's fight the good fight. Hold on to God's promises. He will guide us. He'll protect us through these trials and adversities. In everything we do, we will trust in God. Shine your light that comes from the Lord. Every day, every night of our lives, we can only hope for the best. In this cruel world that we're living, it's a struggle, people suffering. We pray to God to help us through this test. We will not grow weary, we'll keep on growing stronger in our faith and hope and love. Amidst all the trials that try to knock us down, we won't fall cause we know the Lord is by our side. Shine your light. Don't let the darkness take you over. Let's fight the good fight. Hold on to God's promises. He will guide us. He'll protect us through his trials and adversities. In everything we do, we will trust in God. Shine your light that comes from the Lord.
So many temptations this world, but just trying to say that I won't fall to them. For all the trials and tests, I got saw God's words in the army can find in Ephesians. Cause son died on the cross, I made a promise to the Lord that I never leave him. And that's the reason I shine so bright, everyone forget that it's evening. Keep believing, thanks to the lesson that we're here, and the hustle worship of God's teachings. And I won't give up, no, no step, I won't stop believing till I stop breathing. Till the day of a death, for the day Jesus returns. Follow every single one of God's teachings. That's it, sitting made a press to go to walls of the city, just won't stop gleaming.
Shine bright through the darkness, so many tests in the way, but we got this once in the dark, but now in the light. Stay true to the faith and fight the good fight. Lord God is my light, who then should I fear? He is my guide, to him I draw near, I'll carry on. With my Lord I will go for, there is no boulder too hard to shoulder. With my God as my protector, I will have composure to share the gospel and be heard all over. I'm now in his marvelous light, and it's such a remarkable sight. For my God, there is nothing impossible. Like a muscle test, cause he will make it possible. On the righteous path that I stride, he will guide me with superhuman energy that he provides me.
Shine your light. Don't let the dark
your light shine. Don't wander in the dark. Follow him, walk in the newness of life. Stand your ground, you're a fighter. Let your light shine.
Times more tested, pushed to our limits, we fall to our knees and Christ God and bruised, but not defenseless. With grace and patience and strength, so we can survive. He will not forsake us in times of pain. Nothing can ever move us in our faith. We're holding tight, never letting go. There may be times we're tested, pushed to our limits, we fall to our knees and Christ God and bruised, but not defenseless. With grace and patience and strength, so we can survive. He will not forsake us in times of pain. Nothing can ever move us in our faith. We're holding tight, never letting go.
Shine your light. Don't let the darkness take you over. Let's fight the good fight. Hold on to God's promises. He will guide us. He'll protect us through these trials and adversities. In everything we do, we will trust in God. Shine your light that comes from God. Shine your light. Don't let the darkness take you over. Let's fight the good fight. Hold on to God's promises. He will guide us. He'll protect us through these trials and adversities. In everything we do, we will trust in God. Shine your light that comes from God. I'm a flicker of light in the darkness. I'm in the still of night. I'm bright as a flame. Even if the shadows surround me, I am fearless. I bear with me your name. I want the world to see your love and majesty. I will climb the highest mountain. I will sail the raging seas. I can do it all, for you are here with me. I will realize the improbable. Everything is possible. I can do all things when you're with me. Like a whisper that reminds me to be ready. Your teachings keep me sheltered in the storm. I'll brave the winds that battle me so fiercely. Your words spur my heart, how it roars. I want the world to hear of your love and my
right, welcome back to Faith and Melody. We're winding on already to the last 15 minutes of our show. We had quite a discussion today, and this was just really fun. We learned a lot
Mhm.
from each other, to Pauline, and also those who are tuning in with us. And you know, leadership is a great place to be in. Serving also is a great place to be in. We just have to know what we're doing, and sometimes we don't know everything what we're doing, honestly. But we're gonna learn from each other, and so
Exactly.
just before we, you know, get into the latter part of our program today, I just wanted to just say hello to um, brother Mark Anthony Gonzalez Olaviaga, all the way there from the District of Africa. Hello, thanks for joining us. Also, Kuya Rod wants to know our questions already,
What's
so
the
you
next
might want to
question?
go ahead and post that question for him because he wants to be probably top commenter.
Mhm.
And sister, let's see. We also have someone that's joining us. You have your family
Oh,
support there,
yes.
Ate. You want to say hi to him?
Oh, yes. Just wanted to shout out to my dad called Leopoldo. So Paul, that's why Pauline. Leopoldo
Oh, okay.
Aguinaldo. Thank you for tuning in from work, Papa.
Thanks for joining us, Paul. That's important to also have the support from family members. And like we just also had your cousins joining us also.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Getting the support from uh, our family who are also officers inside the Church of Christ is important as well. So support is a good one. So our question, we're gonna just go there and say, how can we make performing? Oh wait, okay, yes, we are here. How can we make performing tasks or serving others enjoyable? How can we inspire others to do the same? So how do we do that? How are we to make performing good fun? Let's have good fun when we're doing our tasks. First of all, I think to just rally your group together, bring
Mhm.
them together, have some bonding time, um, and just kind of get their overview of what they want to see at the end of an activity or what they want to take away from the activity. Get them to be um, excited. Your
Yes.
excitement is important because then it will, spill over to the next person or whoever you're leading to. Um, for you, Ate Pauline, how do you make serving or doing your duties fun?
Um,
How do
I
you
actually,
inspire others?
before I go into mine, what Ate Tony just said actually, she said on the live chat to this question, so, how can we make performing tasks or serving others enjoyable? She said, be the example of what you hope to see and keep hoping always. That's very true, right? We talked about this last week how you have to lead by example. So,
Yes.
if you show that you're enjoying your task, you're participating, um, it'll also carry out to those you're leading as well. Like, if they see that you're very happy coming in, they're like you said, Manam Chloe, just smile, right? They're also
Just
going to
smile.
smile back. They're not going to be like, I'm not gonna move my mouth,
Yeah.
but they'll also enjoy it as well. So, being that example, uh, like how we talked about, if you remember your why, your purpose for why, not even just you as a leader are there, but even those that you're leading,
Yeah.
you show that you're enjoying it, like you're excited for it, then those who you're leading will also get excited, they'll also find enjoyment in it as well. So leading
Yeah.
by example, like Ate Tony said, very, very, very true.
Very true. Very true. I also wanted to add that showing up,
Mm, that's true.
being there, being one of those to show up and and then, show the excitement. One thing important to do is whatever that's going on up here or in here that has, that's probably, bothering you or whatnot, Maybe you can put that at the door, leave it at the
Mm-hmm.
door or
Yes.
wherever. Just leave it, put them on the shelf a little bit and say, hey, I have a task to do. I'm going to be excited. A lot of self talk and just be ready to lead and serve others. Um, let's see what else. I'm so excited. We have so many. I'm
Coming
actually
in.
giggling.
Yes. Kasami, Patricio, he's I got this information because I was trying to remember where he was assigned, but he's the resident worker assigned in Evansville and Clarksville, Tennessee. They're in the District of Great Lakes. He said to this question, being understanding, right? Showing genuine care. That's true. You have to be genuine and always being positive. Um, Yes, how to serve with love. That's exactly our topic. How to serve with love. Have those qualities. Be genuine, be always positive, and be understanding.
Yeah.
And there's Kieran.
Yeah. But before we go and mention about the his acronym. I know hi Ate Des. Thanks for she is our leader here, our executive producer here on Faith and Melody. And she is saying, remember that as a leader, you are not their master and your teammates as your slaves.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
That's
Right?
true.
That's a good way to put it. You have the same goal. You just happen to carry the title, right?
Yes, very
So
true.
we all work together. We all have the same goal. We, and I love how she said it, that the leader is not the master, and
Mm-hmm.
those who are under you are not your slaves, because we are working together
Yeah.
for the same goal.
I think someone said this before, right? When you're put in the leadership position, you're not exactly like, yeah, like Atida said, you're not like the master of them, but when you're the leader, you actually do more of the serving because you're not only trying to serve whatever purpose you have as a team, but you're also there to help those under your care to also have that same goal, that same purpose. Um, yeah, that's why serve with love. Love to serve.
Yeah, love to serve. And
Yes.
remember that those who are with us, we're all the same. We we're there to also nurture each other, to bring them up and build them up to be their best. And
Mm-hmm.
if we can think about that, that that is so important. And I get that a lot of nurturing from Atides too, because that's she found me. She was the one that found me. All right, we got to move along here because our time is flying,
Wow.
and so uh, we are grateful for everyone that has joined us there on our live chat and all the messages. So we're gonna just have a challenge choosing our best comments. So we're gonna have that in a little bit, and also. Um, Let's see, I just saw something. Oh, okay. Our acronym, Brother Rod Kahayag said serve. Solid, especially regarding various errands.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Serve. All right. Okay. All right. Let's move along to Pauline. And I just wanted to just share that time flies when we're having fun, no matter how much time has passed or how exhausting or daunting our task or work can be. When we develop the love to serve, we also enhance our leadership abilities as we become more empathetic and caring. Putting ourselves in the position of those we lead can give us an insight about their struggles and their abilities to handle them, and better able to lead and motivate them. Learning to love what we do can make us better leaders.
Very
Right? That
true.
is um, one that we want to share about our topic today. And so, what is our top comment? Kuya Texas, please play our. Oh, Okay, what's our bumper? I mean, our top comment. Okay, let's see. Do you have one, Ate Pauline? You're
Wonderful. I have
you're
two.
explaining. You have
I have
two?
two. Yes, I have two. Am I okay to give two? Is that
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
I have two. The first one's from Ate Tony. When we asked how can we develop the love to leave, she said, "Loving also doesn't mean that it's easy. There are tough conversations and challenges, but you figure it out because the bigger picture is that you love them, and it grows every after every battle that you beat as a team." And then my second top comment is from Ka Rachel, who happy birthday again po Ka Rachel, who said, as a church officer and helper of our leaders in church, my why to lead. Was that your top comment too? Is to serve and edify the brethren, love of the brethren, and be a faithful child of our Almighty God. Was that your top
Uh,
comment, Bottom Flow?
yes.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you
That's
that.
one. I'll
I'll give
I'll
you that.
take one more from her. She said, I am a servant leader at work, and I lead by example and lots of prayers since you have a huge responsibility.
Yes.
So that's two. And I wanna reiterate what Atides said. She's what she said was, remember that as a leader, we're not we're not the master, or the teammates are not the slaves. And I love what she says, that we just happen to hold the title. It's
Mhm.
just the title. We have the same goals. So thank you so much. Honestly, everyone had great comments, sharing here, and we appreciate all of that. And so, before we close out our show in a few minutes, just letting you know that we both have satellites that we are in charge of. What's when is your satellite happening?
Yes, so if you can tune in to INC Radio Sacramento, which is every Saturday at 11 a.m. PST. So that's the time here for California.
And then here, INC Radio Oregon is on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. All right. I think we had a great show today. I think
Very great. The live chat, so
it just
good. So good.
blowing out. Thank you so
Hmm.
much. We appreciate all your feedbacks and your comments. And so we'd like to acknowledge, because we have Faith and Melody in all of the INC radio programs, we'd like to acknowledge our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, who is celebrating his 15 years of dynamic leadership. And we are part of that, him leading us. And he is one of the great examples of his leadership he shares, as well as our CEBSI president, CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Aranyo Manalo, our INC media production section chief, Brother Monchivo Boy, as well as our INC radio subsection chief, Brother Wally Tarai. And after our program today is Iglesia Ni Cristo and the Bible, and the title of it is Choose to Believe and Obey Christ. And it will be led by our ministers of the gospel, Brother Jonas Ira and Brother Mandy Nepomuceno. And of course, I know we have quite a bit of birthday greetings. I'd like to just say, um, just on September 10, our sister Sally Samorton from local congregation of Babanuang, District of Isabela West. And of course, we had our birthday girl joining us today, Sister Rachel. And of course, tomorrow is somebody's big, 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 big day. Um, hello, September, I'm already ending the year. September 13th, that's tomorrow. Our one and only Ati Care, who is our host for Tuesday as well as for Wednesday here on Faith and Melody. And tomorrow's her big day. And so
Yes.
we're wanting to send out a very happy, happy, happy birthday to you. I know she got quite big plans this on her birthday. So enjoy your time. I'll take care. And yay, see, that Critics are doing happy birthdays. And of course, coming up is on September 15 is Kapina Rose of the Medford Group Service. She's a sister of Sister Morietta Miller. And so, anything last things you want to share, say, Paul, before I close out?
Yes, just wanted to also say happy birthday to Sister Olivia, one of my best friends, also Brother Franco, and of course, our my cousin who had turned in our
Happy birthday!
ministerial worker, Kasami there. And thank you for this topic. It was a very helpful one. So, and
Very.
especially to those who tuned in, your comments have helped make this conversation an even more better conversation. So, thank you.
Yeah. So thank you to all who have joined us on our program today. We appreciate your time, dedication to Faith and Melody, as well as all the INC radio programs. Again, join us next week, Monday through Thursdays at 9 a.m. Pacific time, Tuesdays through Friday at 12 midnight in the Philippines. And of course, we have our replays on Sunday at 10 p.m. Philippines time is our program. So please continue to support us. We appreciate you here. And let's all have an amazing day. And our closing song is Finish Line. It is entitled Finish Line. So enjoy this song and have a great day, everyone. We love you all and take care.
Your requested song, our favorites, Faith and Melody Heartbeats.
All my brethren out there, listen up. Now's the absolute time to stand your ground. Then is near and are backing down. Where I ain't see for life, united and proud. These last days, they're gonna be tough. Trials, suffering, temptation all around. Find comfort in his words. Obey the Lord our God. He'll never let you down while you fight against this world. Keep our sights focused on eternal life. Eyes on the prize. Reach the finish line. You sure to meet people who aren't good for you. Pretending to be your friends, but do things you shouldn't do. My fellow brother, keep away from them. You don't need the extra baggage with the race you're running through. You only live once, you wanna enjoy the days. Go ahead and live your life, but not at the expense of your faith. This body, this world, this life, they're temporary. Don't forget your true home and where we're all headed. Keep our sights focused on eternal life. Eyes on the prize. Reach the finish line. Keep our Keep our sights focused on eternal life. Keep our eyes on the prize. We'll reach the finish line. Oh, keep our sights
your requested song, our favorites, Faith and Melody Heartbeats.
Ito ang INCRadio, DZEM 954, ang tinig ng katotohanan, himpilan ng Iglesia ni Cristo, sumasahimpapawid mula sa Quezon City.